Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Elden Ring. In the last one, we entered the Caria Manor, and we ended up clearing out all of it until we got to this Royal Moon-Gazing Grounds where we fought Royal Knight Loretta. And now I believe it's going to let us out the back door. We already explored this room, so we're going to get started with going this way, seeing what we can find. Last time we did find a cool sword, which I'm sure you've probably heard of if you've been playing the game, which is the Sword of Night and Flame. And I've been working towards trying to get the stats for it, but I was also thinking that maybe we could just respec instead and have very similar stats still afterwards, because we got a lot of wasted stats in strength and dex right now, if we want to use this thing, because it seems like your best scaling stats are int and faith. um, so there is that. We could consider using our, what are they called? Larval tiers. I think it's under key items, actually. This thing right here, the larval tier. We have one of them. I looked it up just to see, and I asked my friend if there's a lot of them in the game, and there's plenty. So it wouldn't be a problem to use one now, even though we only have one at the moment. Okay, so immediately we see one of those rise puzzles up there. There's a dragon over there. All right, I wasn't ready for that. Um, and then there's a big area back there, huh? Well, can we use our horse out here? We can. So let's start by going up to the building, I suppose. Looks like it's got a seal on it. So we'll see what the puzzle is. Or we won't, because we've been struggling actually figuring out the puzzles. Renna's Rise. Blocked shut for now. Okay, that doesn't sound like a puzzle at all. It sounds like Renna has to let us in here. I hear a beetle. He's down there. Let's explore around this in a circle real quick before we go down there. I don't think there's gonna be anything over here, but might as well check it out. Okay, and we still need to go all the way back here at some point. But we should probably get that beetle while we know where it is. And I'm hoping we can find Renna somewhere back here. I was also thinking about it again because there's that one area in the bottom left that we can't get to. And maybe back here there'll be like a teleporter to it. There is another rise over there. Okay, so let us try to get this beetle. I don't know how he survived that. Ash of War, Chilling Mist. I think we're safe here. He's getting kind of close. Grants cold affinity, chilling mist, coats armament in frost, and then slash, spreading frigid mist forward. The armament retains its frost for a while. Okay, so if we know anything from fighting dragons, it's that horseback's pretty good for it. Now, Do we want to fight the dragon first and then explore? Seems like it's going to be necessary with how the dragon is placed. He's kind of in the way. Alright, we're all potted up. Glintstone Dragon, Adula. Don't want to be in there. Uh-oh. Ooh, he did a lot of damage to our guys there. Wait, what? I don't really know what just happened there. Get out of there. Alright, he's coming in for a dive bomb. Or a strafing run, I guess, is a better, more apt term. Oh, he's shooting this way? How? How does that make sense? I think the rock screwed me there. Whoa! You, sir, have a giant ice sword. Oh, this is the one that tracks. I think we just don't. It went through the wall? Torrent's about to die. Which is bad. Because if Torrent dies, then it's going to be hard to revive him effectively. Dang it, we only got one hit in there? This guy's still alive somehow. This thing's tanky, by the way. Could really use a bleed. Also, I didn't go for that last attack, I didn't think. I don't know. Oh, there goes Torrent. My guy didn't die, though. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh! We were doing so well, and now we're just chain dying. Okay. Wait, he despawned? Really? You just had to get him to half? Well, at least we did it first try. Oof. That was rough. That guy's tough. I mean, we might have been able to beat him. We just had to play really well. This is kind of a rough arena to fight. But it's good that it has some cover, because that one move where it just shoots a whole bunch of beams at you, I don't really know how to dodge that. And the giant ice sword didn't figure out how to dodge that either. We got hit by it every time he used it. Some of those moves were very difficult. Luckily we got a good pool of health and stuff that we could survive it. And our potion, our wondrous potion had just run out then too. I hear... Oh, you're just a mana dude. So that's where we can drop down onto that, and then hopefully it'll drop down further. The only site of grace we have is that. Let's explore more up here first. Like, what's this? Why is there another one of these? We found very few items up here, huh? In fact, have we found any items at all yet? Saluvis's Rise. Seems like there's another one up there. Yeah, I think that's it. It's a lot higher than I thought it would be. Wait, what's going on here? Nothing. I think. I didn't actually thoroughly check that. I just kind of jumped out immediately. You got on top of that? Could you do anything? Maybe, but... I'm surprised how little we've found up here besides the buildings so far. I thought the dragon would be guarding stuff, but not really. What the heck? You're just stuck on the tree? A leaf? Gotta sneeze? Alright, let's go back over to the other side. See if we can get this other building too. I mean, one of these has to have something, right? The other two were just kind of locked. There's a whole bunch of ruins and stuff to explore. Okay, that one's open. Balcony. Think we can jump up to it? Close, but probably not quite close enough. Although we're probably just gonna be able to get there. There's a site of grace in there. I feel like we're just gonna be able to get there because it's open, right? I just wanted to explore the outskirts first. And then I guess we'll explore those other ruins in a second. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Ranni's Rise. Wait, what? Ranni and Ranni? Oh! They're two different people. Maybe. Could still be the same person. Unclear. But they do have two rises. Alright, you nerd. Got some flasks back. Alrighty. Should be a site of grace coming up. in here. Some weird noises as you get into here, huh? Okay. No Melina to talk to. Just Ranni's rise. This is the balcony we were trying to jump into. Let us keep going. I guess this will go up. Very similar to the last building that we did. Probably get onto some roofs from here if you really gave it a go. Hello. Are you the same person we met before? You look like the same person. Is there anything else in here? No.
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Renna when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation.
Yeah, no particular
reason in
reason.
particular thou claimest. Intriguing. Then mayhaps fate hath steered thee to this reunion. Wilt thou enter into my service? I am the witch Ranni. I stole death long ago, and search now for the dark path, that I might one day upend the whole of it, and rid the world of all that came before. Well, has that roused thy interest?
Yeah, sure, seems legit.
I see. A choice well made. Thou art a rare sword. Not many would have accepted the offer, but I require as much of those under my command. I anticipate good work from thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed with haste. There is, in my service, a half-wolven warrior by the name of Blythe. I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden treasure of Nokron, the Eternal City. I have called for Blythe to greet thee below. Take from him the particulars.
I don't even know where that is.
And there wilt thou find Iji, my war counselor, and Salavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts also. Heed not their peculiarities. Feel secure in gaining from them what advantage thou canst. I am sure the others will be doing just the same.
So who is Renna then?
Speak with the three who await thee below. Thou needst not indulge them unduly, but they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service after all.
I mean, we already... They're calling him, like, Blythe? Is that right? Even though it looks more like maybe Blythe? I don't know. They're saying it all weird.
Speak without needs not. It hath been a...
Alrighty, lady. So she did say that she called herself Renna before, but her name is actually Ranni. But then who the heck is Renna is the question, because she has a rise. We should probably walk the long way, just so we meet them all on the way there. Oh, they're already here? Wait, what? But you're alive. I already met you.
Oh, so you were the one. Lady Ranni has explained everything. Again, I am Iji, the Karian royal family's dedicated blacksmith and Lady Ranni's war counselor. I'm told that you are searching for Nokron with Blythe. I will give you whatever guidance I can, and pray for your success.
We may have already proven ourselves to these two,
My
Blythe and this guy.
apologies for the misleading words of warning. I never imagined that an audience, let alone service to Lady Ranni, was in your fate. I, for one, should have seen it, but I did not. Do forgive me, my fellow. Let us give all that we can of ourselves, together, for Lady Ranni. Let us give all together.
Okay, that seems like...
Let us together.
Yep, that's all he's got. So, why are you a ghost? Did she like summon a spectral version of you here? You didn't die, right? Hope you didn't die. I just noticed this is a non-combat area. So I don't think you could even fight Lady Ranni if you wanted to. I was thinking about like what she might drop.
Long time, friend. Blythe. Have you forgotten? Glad to have you in the service of Mistress Ranni. Well, getting right to business. I'm still in Limgrave. The eternal city of Nokron lies somewhere at the bottom of this land. I'm planning to go below through the well in the Mistwood. See if I can't find the road to Nokron from there.
Okay, so that's Siofra River area.
I'm going below through the well and then see if I can't. Don't keep me waiting, eh? I'm going below, see if I can't. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay, so I mean that was one of the places I was gonna go next anyways. So once we finished up Liurnia. And who are you? We don't know the Celavis guy, right?
I see. You must be Ranni's new hireling. Yes, I've heard all about you. I am Celavis, preceptor in the sorcerous arts. I don't know what it is the mistress sees in a provincial tarnished like you, but since we have the misfortune of serving the same lady, I ask that you kindly try not to drag us all down with you.
How nice of you.
I reside in another tower close by. Come and pay me a visit. Should you wish to be of actual service to Mistress Ranni. If it were up to me, I wouldn't waste my time on the likes of you. But who am I to stand against the wishes of my lady? I reside. Come and
Okay.
pay. Should you? If it were up, but who?
Yep. We already know. We saw your tower. So your tower is down here. I can currently not teleport. What? Why? I currently cannot leave at all. Do I have to go back up? I mean, maybe I just have to rest at a site of grace? Nope, still can't teleport. We must have to go back up. Very forceful about what they want me to do here. Which sucks because I sent the elevator up to look under it. I was also thinking about some stuff that I wanted to change about our fashion. But maybe we'll wait. Oh, I don't know why I got stuck there. That was weird.
Allow me to forewarn thee. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some time before I wake. This doll's body is not without its hindrances. Still, I have high hopes for thee. I look forward to the good news when I arise. I shall soon enter my slumber, and it will be some... I look for...
Okay.
and it will be some time.
But wait, up here isn't even a non-combat area. Why was down there a non-combat area? So it is a doll. It's not a real person. Interesting. That like the secret to eternal life in this world? Put your consciousness in a doll. And they're gone. And we can teleport. Okay, so the stuff I was thinking of for fashion was first of all, Crimson Hood. We should probably read this. Worn by expatriated royalty. Such cloaks were gifted to those who departed on journeys without specific orders to faraway lands from which they would never return. In other words, the gift of a cloak made it easier for undesirables to be on their way. Rodrika never once saw the guidance of grace. So it didn't really look good with this piece of armor, but maybe, because we had the red hood earlier with this stuff. Looks okay. Kind of all crumpled up. We do lose a lot of our intelligence. 3 of our intelligence by doing that. Does it look better? I think it looks alright. What about gloves? Do we have... Gloves are kind of just worse. We've never really gotten better gloves. What about legs? We haven't taken a look at legs in a while. Might as well just use those legs. Do we have a better chest piece? It's probably the best chest piece. Just surprising, because it's just kind of like basic hollow gear. Besides this, and this is only like arguably better in some ways, worse in others. It's probably overall better, but whatever. Well, let's leave, explore those ruins. Oh, the wolves are right here. And then we're supposed to visit this guy. I guess we should probably go talk to EG as well, even though he didn't say that we had to go talk to him. He seemed pretty cool with us already. I mean, Blythe is also cool with us, but he just wants us to come help. It's just so weird that there's very little here. There's all these ruins and stuff, no items, no dungeons, no nothing. There's materials, that's it. Not even that many materials. I think this is where we found the beetle. Do we want to do that drop down now too? Now's probably a good time to do the drop down, then we'll come back up and visit Renna's rise maybe too? Because I assume Saluvius's rise will be open to us now. Can we see from here? I don't see a blue gate, so it's probably open. But Renna's rise might also open. Now might be a good time to figure out what happens when a beetle tries to escape. Run away, beetle. Okay, so he flashes 3 times. So you probably have plenty of time, because I think if you hit him while he's flashing, it might even interrupt him from escaping at all. So there's that item on top of the roof. Drop down's got to be over here because we haven't been able to see it. Yep. How much health do we have anyways? I just realized this gives us extra health, right? At 1,170 health. Pretty good. I mean, it's a decent item. Like, at least it gives stats. Compared to a lot of the helmets that we have as our choices. And it looks good. One of the better looking ones. I like the regular Exile hood too, but this one's good. There's no point to making this jump, but might as well. So we're back in Caria Manor. Let's explore. Just a little bit. Is there anything over here? This is a makeable jump, so that's why I wonder. I don't think so. So, roof first. Anything off this ledge? We been there? We have not? We'll have to check from up here if there's any items. There could be an item in that corner back there that we can't see. I think it's pointless. Oh, we might drop down there anyways just to check it out. We've been there, definitely. Old Fang. And here, definitely a makeable jump. Are you stranded if you make said jump? Maybe you could make it to the ground, actually? Yeah, you could probably survive a drop to the ground. None of the windows appear to be open. They're all barred. Okay, down the ladder we go. We'll see if this gives us a shortcut to the site of Grace. I mean, we can definitely jump down to it. But will it give us like a ladder or something? What the... Spell-proof liver.
Oh,
I almost murdered you.
Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given. I am Pidia, servant to the Carian royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls.
Are the dolls what they use? Or are these the dolls? There's really no drop-down ladder, huh? I really would have expected one in this room. There's no fast way to get back here? It's also a non-combat, so I guess I couldn't have murdered that guy anyways.
Your Worship, allow me to be of use. Other than the puppets, there are some very fine things up here in this storeroom. Why not pick something out before you go? But please, can you offer poor ill-starred Pidia a little something by way of compensation?
Okay, what's this guy got? Budding horn, material used for crafting, hunting herbivorous beasts? Is that a word? I guess it kind of makes sense. a ritual pot, celestial dew. Oh, he's got one of these things, the larval tier. He's got a cookbook. He's got carrion retaliation. How is this different from what we have? Magic affinity and the following skill. Carrion retaliation. Swing the shield to dispel incoming sorceries and incantations. Transform the magic into retaliatory glint blades. Can also be used in the same way as regular parry. Usable on small and medium shields. So I should just get that because it's just better than what I currently have. Because it'll actually change magic into offense for me. The heck is this? A unique weapon wielded by young Albinarix. This sword is modeled after the ripples that are thought to be the origin of their species. Its attack power is greatly enhanced with one's arcane attribute, Wild Strikes. It only has arcane scaling and nothing else. Crazy. Black leather shield. 4 damage negation. Round shield covered in black leather on the larger side for a medium-sized shield. From the north, the shield depicts the polar star in rivets of gold. The inside is lined with fur, protecting the carrier from frost. Okay. So how much would... We probably should buy the ritual pot just because we're here. We don't really need the celestial dew right now. We could always look it up if we needed to find it again. So we need 4,000. We need 10,000 to buy everything that we want. I mean, the ripple blade is cool, but I don't think we're going to get the stats to use it. And if we respect, we'd get those 7 levels back in Arcane that I probably wouldn't put back there again until they fix the blade. Which I assume they still haven't fixed? Yeah, still not fixed. So, we need 10,000. We currently have 395, which is unfortunate if we had 5 more. Why don't we mark this guy as a merchant? Put it right here. So, how much do these give? 2,000 each. I mean, we could just pop all those. Just do 4 more of these. Make it nice and simple. Okay, ritual pot. Larval tier. I guess we could see what this does. Cold stuff. Okay. One last check. There's really no ladder to knock down to get back up here. We gotta do the drop down every single time. Are you sure? That's crazy. That seems so weird to me because it'd be so easy for them to do a kick down ladder like right here. I guess this would be a bad spot because it's right above their, right above their stairs. But like over there in that corner, just put a kick down ladder or something. Like really, I can't believe that. Am I missing like... This chair is invincible, by the way. Does this guy know who I am? Uh-oh. It seems like he doesn't know who I am, which is why he's so nice to us. Is there any use looking at paintings like this? Because this looks like a part of the world. Okay, let's go up, do that drop down that I wanted to do. It was right here, right? Seems survivable. Didn't even take damage. Uh-oh. Losing some frames. This does take you somewhere with an item. Actually, mildly surprised. Some slumbering eggs, nothing special, but... And have we been here before? I think we have, because I think this is where the maiden is. We better get sneaky. I don't really want to fight the maiden. Oh. Nope, this is something totally different. Jesus. Stop losing all the frames. It's a crab guarding a purple item. There was a lot more on this path than I thought there would be. Alright, Mr. Crab. I mean, usually crabs aren't that difficult, but for some reason I'm nervous about this one. He's definitely he looks like a sleep crab. Stone sword key. Okay, I mean, not a necessary item. I mean, that was quite the path if they had put a necessary item on it. And then it just drops you outside. Huh. Alright, alright. Now, hold on. I want to go here and just make sure that he's not gonna, like, extend some path down to me. It just seems so weird to make me go the other way. But I mean, even when I was down here, I was checking if there was a way up, and I didn't see one, so... It seems odd that the merchant is so obnoxious to get to, in a way. So we wanted to go real quick to Renna's Rise, so let's go here because it's the fastest. Where's the way out? This way. I was surprised we couldn't use a horse in this room. It's definitely big enough to use a horse. And it was a horse battle. So 3 sisters. What's up with that, though? Solvis? I forget what his name is. Something like that. He doesn't seem like he's one of the 3 sisters, so what's up? Renna's Rise is still blocked. I kind of want to go all the way over here right now, so I don't think it's going to be related to what's going on up here. They're going to send us other directions. Well, I guess I don't know where this Solinovis guy, whatever the heck, is going to send me. Go talk to him first. Oh, I forgot to change my parry. I'm gonna forget. That's one of those things that I'm not gonna remember to do. I'm gonna be upset with myself. This is the right one, right? Nope, this is Ranni's Rise. I am sorry. We checked all this stuff? Yeah. Oh, this is the one that has like half wall that goes around. Last time there was an item behind it. Yeah, you definitely could have cheated onto this one. Did I not notice that before? Black wolf mask. What? A mask fashioned after the head of a black wolf, relic of an assassin who assumed the guise of Ranni the Witch's loyal shadow. The likeness is striking. What? Hold up. That looks exactly like Blythe, huh? That's really weird. So does that mean Blythe is not who he says he is? Or... because why would there be a mask here? Maybe... see, this guy seemed kind of like a jerk. Maybe he's actually not really in service of Lady Ranni. And he's instead, like, plotting against her with Blythe? So weird. Why would that be there? Saluvis's.
Well, you took me at my word. Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to amaze.
Look, I'm sure there's loot here.
I suppose you're here now. Perhaps I'll give you something to do. I'd like you to find a woman called Nefeli to administer a potion. Even you can do that much, can't you? Good, good. Now I shall hand over the potion in question.
Saluvis's potion.
Find Nefeli and ensure she drinks it. I expect glad tidings, and soon. I've no time for idle chit-chat. The only thing I will hear from you is a report of your task's completion. Are we understood? Then off you trot. I have enough on my plate. I've no time. The only thing
Okay.
I have enough.
So I know a little bit about this potion because when I was trying to figure out what the heck, why I couldn't progress Nefeli's quest, I looked up a little bit about her. And I know that there's two people you can give the potion to. Why don't we look at the potion? You can either give the potion to her, or you can give the potion to Gideon Ofnir. Containing a cloudy tonic of bluish black. So I guess I will go see what both of them have to say. Assuming that Nefeli is still in the round table hold, which she hasn't moved for a while, so I believe she probably will be. What do you got up here, huh? I guess if you came up here, you would have... you maybe would have seen the item. If you just went, you wouldn't have seen it, but... you have another memory stone? I was thinking he might be the kind of guy who has a trap in his chest up here, but memory stone. That means we got how many of the memory stones now? 6 out of 8. But yeah, I also kind of know that giving the potion to each of them does different things, very slightly. So I'm not sure which one to do, because I want to do Ronnie's quest. But I don't know if this is part of Ronnie's quest or not. Like I said, I don't know if he's actually related to her quest. This is where it gets really confusing, because it's very easy to make a mistake because I don't know the outcomes of my actions. And if I make a mistake, it could ruin the entire quest for the rest of the playthrough, just with one decision. So I might not make a decision on that one today. I might take some time to look up what the causes are. Because I only know the causes for Gideon and Nefeli, I think. And as far as I know, the only cause is the potion stops Nefeli from giving you an item for some reason. Oh, what the hell? These guys are so annoying. Hold up. Where's the last guy? Where'd he go? Got him. Okay, yeah, it doesn't really make any sense, because, like, I don't know what the potion does. But for some reason, the little that I read was, like, if you give the potion to Nefeli, then she doesn't give you her weapon. But if you give it to Gideon Ofnir, she does give you her weapon. But I don't know what that means in terms of... I don't know why that is, first of all, and I don't know... Like, I don't think the potion kills her or anything like that. I don't know how that affects Ronnie's quest. I'm kind of all in to do Ronnie's quest as well as possible, but... Like I said, this Saluvius guy doesn't strike me as doing everything for Ronnie like he says he is. Oh my gosh. We got some frame issues. Lots of wolves, huh? I hear... Oh, it's just a mana beetle. Why are you in the middle of the road on your own? Don't you know it's dangerous? That was just a mana beetle, right? I sure hope so. Maybe the beetle was not just a mana beetle because it's baiting into skeletons. We'll run back down this path real quick. Problem is, so many of the beetles look the same. Oh, we can just reset it right here. So many of the beetles look the same. First of all, they all have the exact same shape. Second of all, we've discovered like 5 different kinds of beetles. There's Ash of War beetles, which are like white. There's magic flask beetles, which are like light blue. There's red flask beetles, which are red. There's ones that drop magic spells, which are like a slightly darker blue. It's just ridiculous. I mean, he looks like... Nope, he's definitely a magic spell beetle. Frozen armament. I told you. See, look, like that one's so hard to tell because they got like, they're like speckled. He's got like both light and dark. Okay. You're really gonna fight me? I was gonna leave you alone, but... So does, I assume that just casts freezing on our weapon. Probably nothing too insane. Enchants right hand with frost. Chance armament in right hand with frost. The sorcery can be cast while in motion. The snowy crone taught the young Ranni to fear the dark moon as she imparted her cold sorcery. What? I don't know what the heck that means, actually. So did she teach Ranni cold sorceries instead of moon sorceries? Because Renala is the queen of the full moon, right? She probably does moon sorceries. In fact, she had that giant moon sorcery that was like her boss, one of her boss things. Okay, so we should be on the lookout. This place is also very similar. I'm still not sure we were actually in the area of the painting. We didn't see that one. We didn't see it actually proc. Also, we can summon our spirits here, which is ominous. We're probably going to get attacked by lots of zombies or something. Oh, we found... Oh, these are the almanacs. Here's the thing. We found it. Juvenile Scholar Cop, Juvenile Scholar Robe, Larval Tier. Interesting. Guess hit me with these guys. So these guys are Albinards or whatever. I didn't get that that's what they were. Okay, so now we definitely know we solved the painting. You could jump so high off your horse sometimes. What else is over here? Oh, that's the guy that we killed. Zombies. Of course. Really? I guess I should just heal before I accidentally get killed by something stupid. I hold my flasks way too hard. We just got it back anyways. Yeah, I hold my flasks way too much since we're running that healing over time talisman for the exploration benefit. What was the other new talisman that we got, by the way? Not that. The one that we bought from EG. This one. Oh, lowers skills consumption. I hear more zombies. Where the heck were you shooting, by the way? Because there's so much over here. I need to pick a wall and explore it, but... Problem is the enemies don't just exist in the overworld, they spawn in as you enter the area. There's an Everjail over there. I doubt it, but you think maybe we could actually get our guys to this Everjail for the first time? Nope. They do not let you near that Everjail. Ooh, what the heck's going on here? Is that the Red Wolf? It is. It's the Red Wolf of Radagon. Dang it. That's annoying. I'm stuck in a loop. He's so fast. And that magic attack does so much damage. Oh. Ow. He just ate my entire stamina bar. One hit. Hit him. Yeah. That was crazy. Alright. Good thing these other wolves didn't join the battle. You even fought in it and then you stopped when my guy teleported to me to help? Interesting. You'd think that once he was aggroed, he'd be part of the fight. Alright, I think you got it under control, hopefully. Back to full flasks. And to de-summon my guys, so that must mean that we fought everything. So this is where that... No, this is not where the crossing is. Crossing's further north. There's another crossing down there, but then you could get down from here. Why was that here, though? Maybe that he had multiple red wolves? Guess that makes sense. But I mean, that one's not really protecting anything. Whereas the other one was kind of like protecting your path to Ranala. Alright. While we were fighting that, I forgot about the Everjail. Is there a stake here? Doesn't look like there's a stake. You have to run from that every single time? That's annoying. Not far, but still. They've been so nice every other time. Why be slightly mean right now? Yeah, this is where you could make it down if you wanted to. Is there something in this corner? No. Where are we? here. Not finding a whole lot else. I mean, we found a lot of stuff, though. I'm gonna want to rest at the site of Grace before I go to the Ever Jail. Because I want my Wondrous Potion back. Which I'm now questioning if I've been saying that right. I don't actually know how you spell the word physique. So I just started calling it that because it didn't look like physic. But I also heard someone call it physic. But that just sounds weird. Like, the only time I've heard someone say the word physic is in like, physics. Like, the study of. So I don't know if physic is actually a word. I don't know a lot about words, so... Alright, are we done everything then? Lord it all. It's dark. Okay. We're gonna go fight that Ever Jail. Should we? Part of me feels like we should run this for it. Because we're gonna have health regen in the form of our potion anyways. I didn't realize that the Grave Glovewort respawned, but I guess maybe I did, but it's usually just only in dungeons. Alright, Royal Grave. Wonder what this enemy could possibly be. Let's go. Oh, okay, it's an Alabaster Lord. We're fairly familiar with you, except these moves are pretty crazy. Haven't seen a lot of these moves, not gonna lie. I am just spamming buttons. This guy's pretty scary. Okay, we're kind of figuring it out. I forgot to switch my parry again. Alright, Alabaster Lord has been defeated. And we got Meteorite. Nice. Not a very difficult boss, but that's fine. I think he's got some really flashy, cool moves. I don't know, maybe we just didn't see a lot of his stuff. Which is funny because today, for the first time, I saw somebody fight Godric. which the first time I ever saw Phase 2, I just barely beat him, right? So I had no idea really what Godric does in Phase 2. And some of those moves, I would not have been able to sight read them. I got really lucky that he didn't use any moves, and we got both a bleed and a stagger, both in Phase 2, which just kind of did like 25% of his total health, so half of Phase 2. Because otherwise, I would have had a lot of trouble um, sight reading that. So we didn't have to see a lot of those moves that could have very easily just killed me on the time that we did it. So I kind of want to go back up to Ranni real quick. See if she's already sleeping or not. We want to go to EG. See what he's up to. And then I guess we'll go talk to Nefeli and Gideon. See what they have to, if they have anything to say about the potion. I think I'm probably just gonna give it to Gideon, but I want to know if that messes up the quest. Okay, so she's already asleep. Gotcha. Now she said she was gonna go to sleep for a while, but then she expects results when she wakes up. I don't know what a while means. So where's EG at? Here. And then Blythe should be in the Siofra River, which is probably the next place I was going to go anyways, so we might as well do that. Hey there. What's he got in his little pouch here? Got like a regular greatsword. That looks like the model for the Sword of Night and Flame, doesn't it?
Well, my fellow, how may I serve you? As war counselor? Or as blacksmith?
Oh, he might have more to say. Doesn't have more to offer here, but that's fine. Can't strengthen this yet. I was thinking that maybe I should strengthen my shield at some point. I was talking to one of my friends about guard boost, because obviously here, if I level up the shield once, it doesn't increase the guard boost. But he was saying that he thought the same thing, and then he leveled up his shield like twice, and then instead it gave 1 point of guard boost like every 2 levels or something.
I take it you've heard of the eternal city of Noxtella? Well, it has a twin, known as Nokron.
Honestly, I've heard of
The
neither.
other eternal city. After years of expeditions, we've determined the location of Nokron by going underground through the well in the mistwood of Limgrave. You can see Nokron up above. Only we've failed to find a path leading to the city. Blythe's made a good go of it, but I'm afraid this has him quite stumped. To be honest, I'm not sure where to go from here. Blythe is Lady Ranni's stepbrother.
Really?
Ranni's mother, Queen Renala, approved of him, and they played like siblings from childhood. They were always happy to have me tag along as well. When Lady Ranni renounced her flesh and chose the dark path of the Empyrean, Blythe and I swore allegiance as vassals. But none of us will ever forget our earliest days together. Promise to look after Blythe for me, will you? The man is honest to a fault. But fortunately, now he has you.
Oh.
I take it you've heard well. After years by going only Blythe, to be honest.
Interesting. Okay, now before I forget, we're going to change our parry over here. Because I just saw it in that menu, and I was like, oh, still forgot. Like, we don't want it to be magic. What did we even have? I think we just had it as standard. But we could make it keen. Keen's the best one, damage-wise. So then what does this say it does? Erect a magic force field. Yeah, how does this work? Okay. I think it works the exact same. So, let us go back to the round table. Hold. Is there anything else we're missing? And we still don't know how to do this. This is unfortunate. We still don't know how to get here. Also unfortunate. But maybe it's related to this quest. Well, that was my first thought, but the fact that it's in Siofra, maybe that's not correct. I think we're gonna go talk to everyone. Because we're kind of done with Liurnia now. Or at least fairly close. You're still here, huh?
Ah, well then. May the golden orb.
Okay, have you maybe figured anything out about that knife print?
Ah, hello. I was hoping to see you. My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back, with my thanks. Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives. Lunar Princess Ranni.
Yeah,
One
we
of the
kind of
children
just figured
born
that
to
out.
King Consort Radigan and his first wife, Ranala. Demigod and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more of you. If Ranni truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long.
That seems like it's gonna be difficult though, because she gave up her flesh, right?
Maybe I should tell you. Lately, I feel I'm on the precipice of falling into a deep, fathomless slumber. And I have an inkling it could spell trouble for you somehow. So I just wanted to get the apology out of the way beforehand, since you're so scary and all.
Am I scary? I mean, we'll stop by Lady Ranni again, but like I said, I don't think we can actually do anything. Also, now that we have Rodrika's item,
Greeting, are you here for spirit? I feel like I'm really coming to grips with spirit tuning of late. I can see how and why immortal essence exists, a spirit under the Golden Order. I can understand their yearnings, what they become drawn to. Master Hugh said it himself, actually, that I'm no mere apprentice any longer. Once again, I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Roderica, the certified spirit tuner.
interesting. I mean, we're still good with the two guys that we've been using. They're pretty sweet, honestly. These guys would probably be cool too, but we don't have the mind to actually do that. Oh, we got a curtsy.
Greeting, are you here for spirit?
Okay, so is this door still unavailable? I mean, I don't know if it ever will become available, but it seems like it should.
Well,
I took you no matter. Lay out your arm. The girl has come a long way. As ever, time and technique have made her stronger. 'Tis good to see. An imprisoned monster does not deserve an apprentice or a daughter. But at times, that's precisely what she feels like to me. I've gone soft. And it isn't easy.
We got 43 of those. Oh, that's a smithing stone too. Smithing stone 1 we actually have less, but we can buy them. We might level up our shield, because I've become pretty reliant on the shield, so having more guard boost, which, if you remember correctly, guard boost is the same as stability, so it decreases the amount of stamina consumed when you guard an attack. Should probably do that, but I'll do that last, I think, today. Or I'll forget, who knows. Probably should have just done it right away, but...
I am pleased. Would you like me to?
Yeah, but I'm gonna get rid of your stupid blessing right away because it annoys me. I don't know how long it would have taken me to figure that out.
You are so.
I don't know if there's a point in the game where they tell you.
Then good day to you.
So she still had nothing to say. Let's try a double hug. Classic double hug strategy. And I also wonder what advanced Rodriguez thing. It was maybe us finding her item.
The blessing is still. Would you like to? Now. You are so. Then good day.
Okay, so double hug did not reveal any other secrets. Just pop this right in front of her. Just let her know that we know. Oh, we should go check if Nefeli's here. And then maybe not give her the potion, but consider it. That's definitely... I'm gonna look it up just because I'm all about as many rewards as I can get. Okay. She's got nothing to say about it. But yeah, I mean, if it misses me rewards to do it that way, then I don't want to do it. But like, if it messes up Ranni's quest to not do what Saluvius wants, then I will probably do it. So I'll look up both quests and see how it works. But I think the potion is actually part of Nefeli's quest. I'm unclear, but like, I think her quest is over, and the potion is the only way to continue. So, also, why'd he give us the knife print back? Like, do we need it for anything? And Ranni kind of revealed that she cast the spell, right? Or at least she said she learned how to cast the spell. She didn't technically say she was the first one to cast it. We got Thops's ball bearing. Wait, what? We got like multiple shops now? Oh, okay, that's how it works. See, that makes a lot more sense to do it like that. Whereas the Shrine Handmaiden in Dark Souls 3 just ended up with a gargantuan inventory. And you were like, I don't even know where the items I want are. Alright, Gideon.
Journey to the capital. The two fingers. You may be our
Problem is, if I show it to him, does that mess it up immediately? I'm nervous to do it because in my head, show him is like I show it to him, he tells me what it does, and then I get the choice of either give it to him or give it to Nefeli. But in this game's case, I could show it to him and he could just take it and be like, okay, I wanted it. So we can't do that. It might mess it up immediately if it does actually mess it up. So for next time, I will have figured out who I'm going to give the potion to. Who else do we need to talk to? I'm not going to go talk to Blythe right now. I think we should go to First Merchant, Kale. He's always cool. Very regularly has some cool stuff to say. Maybe he has some more information about Blythe. Since he did before. And now we are in the same service.
Always a pleasure.
Nope, not today, but that's fine.
Goodbye.
Go talk to our sorceress lady. And then the only other person I could think to talk to is the sorceress in the bottom of that weird jail place.
There you are. Shall we commence?
All right. Here. And then I can't really think of anything else. I gotta look up those 2 quests. Figure it out. And then I'm still on the fence. Should I look up that area and see, like, so I have an idea of if we missed something? See, that's the worst case scenario for all of these is that I missed something and I will never find it because I missed it, right? If I just haven't discovered it yet, then it's not a problem. But if I am already past that area and have no intention of going back, then it becomes an issue. We'll summon these guys right here. If anyone comes down, they should fight him. I mean, I'm still tempted to just, like, slash her and see what happens, but that would definitely mess up any quest she's related to. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, wait, what? Why could I not? It was just clicking on them. It was just making markers. Didn't you have something that I still wanted?
To this aged
Oh yeah, you had these. Might as well spend it. Hopefully those become useful.
Have a safe
Maybe they already are useful and I just don't know it. Okay. So, yeah, we'll put ourselves in the round table hold so we'll know what decision we made. Did we have a death root? I think we gave our death root up. And then I might also have made a decision on whether or not I'm going to respec. We don't have a death root. Oh, we do have a death root. For some reason I thought it was in this, but that didn't make any sense. We should go give the death root. We now have 3 of these, so we could do multiple respecs. So even if we didn't like our respec, and it's pretty easy to just look up more. Like I looked up, there's probably like 15 of them in the game. We could probably find others that are within reach. Whether or not we already passed the area is another question. What was I gonna do? Death root. And then I'm wondering what the next area is. Because that one, the tunnel would go to the Volcano Manor, right? I think. But we already have access to Caelid. Here's that one.
Strange. There's something else. But the death yet quenches. Bring more.
Beast's Roar.
More. Feed me.
This one. Grants affinities and skills to armament. Beast's Roar unleashes a beastly roar, rending the air as a forward-traveling projectile. Oh, so it's like, it's what the trolls use. The big trolls. Okay, back to the round table hold. Last thing I'm gonna look up is what kind of upgrade stones the Sword of Night and Flame take. Probably just Somber. But I just want to know. Oh, I thought she was gone. I was like, what?
Well, I took you've no matter it's lay out your
I guess we should talk to her again because we just talked to this guy about her. Yeah, it's just Somber. I wish, like, only the base version of this was broken and, like, upgrading it would fix it, but that's not even the case, huh? Such a cool ability, but this thing sounds like it has a crazy ability. It's because it's got two different abilities, right? You, like, light attack for the spell and heavy attack for the incantation. Sounds pretty cool. Anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. We have entered the service of Ranni, and like I said, she's kind of, even though she seems to be this world's almost evil in a way because of the knife print stuff. Oh, should we go to her body real quick? I doubt there's gonna be anything. I don't think we can help. I was gonna end it right there, but I totally forgot. Thinking about the knife print thing, I wonder if we can discover that or not. It seems like we would have to find her actual body. And I do not know where that would be. It could be... Maybe she is Rena? And her body is in Rena's Rise? And she renamed herself when taking a new form? That's my theory right now. But that could be disproven in about 15 seconds if it gives us the... It gives us what our sorcerer friend Rogier wanted. Put that back down for the next time we need to come here. Yeah, I mean, I don't see... It's obviously a doll. So... Yeah, I don't think we can do anything. Back to the round table hold. Oh. I wonder where it would put that mark, huh? Is the round table hold technically, like, in that area of the map? Would it still mark that area of the map? Oh well. Okay, that's gonna do it for now. We'll look up... I just don't want to spoil Ronnie's quest. But I'll try and look up and see... Maybe if I just look up Saluvius's quest. That will leave me spoiler free. But We'll look up the quests, figure that out. We'll figure out if we want to respec quite yet or not. I mean, we're pretty strong. But if we got those 7 levels back that we put in Arcane that are doing nothing for us at the moment, except like 7 points in item discovery is I think all it's doing. But anyways, we'll figure that all out before the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. We did fight a dragon, and we did fight an Everjail. So it's not like we fought nothing. We also fought the Red Wolf of Radagon again. So we did do some fighting today, even though it was mostly just lore and trying to figure out how to do people's quests. But either way, that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.